The Center for Conflict Resolution. Student Workshops. Workshop number 1. Self-awareness. In these workshops, we started each session with our temperatures, how we are feeling. 10 means I'm doing great. 1 means things are not good at all. In a room full of people, it is normal to have a range of temperatures. Checking in with ourselves and identifying how we feel and what we might need is an important part of life. When hard-to-handle life events and complicated feelings build up, it can feel like a bathtub overflowing. You explored strategies to reduce that rising water level. The examples you gave were things like listening to music, talking to a trusted friend, journaling, deep breathing, and playing sports. Some studies have shown that playing violent video games or hitting a punching bag actually keeps us worked up rather than calming us down. Sometimes it is possible to see someone's water level, meaning how they are doing emotionally. But a lot of the time we can't tell what is happening with people just by looking at them. Workshop number 2. Social awareness and empathy. In our second workshop, we looked at the concept of empathy, the ability to put ourselves in someone else's shoes. Someone who is being empathetic regularly asks themselves, how would I feel if I were in this situation? If they have compassion, they will take action to help others. You practiced empathetic listening in pairs. Some signs of deep listening are making eye contact, if that's culturally appropriate, not interrupting the speaker, asking follow-up questions, asking you questions instead of making I statements, and validating the other person's experience, not telling them to just get over it. A lot of the students said they could feel a big difference between being listened to versus being ignored. Workshop number 3. My identity. My perspectives. In our third workshop, we looked at all of the different elements that make up our identity. Where we come from, our language, our culture, our gender, who we are attracted to, our interests, our opinions, our families, our religions, and more. You spent some time exploring the parts of your identity that are most important to you. We looked at the concept of perspective or point of view. Using optical illusions, we saw that two people can look at the exact same thing and interpret the image in very different ways. Our identities shape how we see and understand the world. Workshop number 4. Verbal and nonverbal communication and judgments versus observations. In our fourth workshop, we did a breathing exercise while taking our emotional temperatures. We then looked at how we communicate. Communication is the act or process of using words, sounds, signs, or behaviors to express or exchange information. A lot of the ways we communicate depend on our culture. For example, direct eye contact is seen as a sign of respect in some places, while in others it isn't appropriate between strangers. In some cultures, people greet one another with kisses on the cheeks. In others, a handshake says hello. A specific handshake in one part of the city might mean something totally different in another neighborhood. We practiced nonverbal communication by trying to get a message across without speaking. Then, we explored the difference between observations and judgments. Janae is smiling is an observation. She must want something from me is a judgment. The principal asked to see my hall pass is an observation. The principal wants me to fail is a judgment. Your judgments might be correct, but it is important to get more information first. Workshop number 5. Conflict choices. Each person handles conflict differently. Most of us use a variety of choices, depending on the person, the situation, and our stress level. How we respond to our sibling at home is likely to be different from how we respond to our teachers at school. The conflict choices were represented by animals: shark, turtle, fox, owl, and teddy bear. The shark's defining word is competition. The turtle avoids. The teddy bear tries to be likable and lovable and will accept blame just to bring any peace to angry situations. The fox tries to come up with smart solutions so that everyone wins or everyone loses. The owl takes a lot of time to figure out the different possibilities. They try to build trust, respect, and deeper relationships. You've come a long way in these last 5 sessions. Today the goal is to bring all of these understandings and skills together.